Hi, in the previous lesson, you learnt about the device breakpoints and predefined classes for these breakpoints. In this lesson, we will learn about container elements in Bootstrap which contains all the content of web page. That is, all the content of web page is placed inside this container. Bootstrap has two container classes, container and container fluid. These classes have different properties. We can choose either class depending on the properties that we require. We will continue working on the index.html file. Clear the code in the body section. Create a div, assign the predefined CSS class container to the div element. Note that the names of the classes are case sensitive. Container classes by default don't have any styling such as background color. Let us create a class container_decor using internal styling to add background color. I will assign this class along with the container class to the div. I will add some text inside the div and place it inside the containing element. We are using container class. This is how the page looks. It occupies a certain fixed width of the viewport. The container class in the Bootstrap leaves some margin on both the sides of the web page, and the actual container class has the width smaller than the entire width of the viewport. Bootstrap uses media queries for the container class to set the margin. These media queries are already defined in Bootstrap, hence we don't need to write them in CSS. Here, if min width is 768 pixels, the width of container is set to 750 pixels. If the min width is 992 pixels, the width of the container is set to 970 pixels. And if the min width is 1200 pixels, then the width of the container is set to 1170 pixels. Let me change the container class to the container fluid class. This is how the page looks now. The container fluid takes full width of the viewport. We did not write any media queries or style statement for the container and container fluid class. Everything is already defined. We just need to know what are the available classes and their functions so that we can use them while building our web pages. Note that in a web page we cannot use container inside container, and it is applicable on container fluid class as well. These are two container elements in Bootstrap. In the next lesson, we will study about more Bootstrap classes.